Hey guys, it's Notorious, and today I'm making a video about One Punch Man Episode 1. I haven't seen any of the later episodes, I've only seen this one episode, and I've seen it twice so far. I have friends who are fans of the series, so I know one or two things later on in the show, but for the most part, I'm not too well versed on this series. From Episode 1, I think it's amazing and absolutely crazy. For those people who don't know too much about it, One Punch Man is about this character called Saitama or Saitama, whichever way you want to pronounce it. And he is most anime characters or superheroes in general, especially in Japanese culture, have like crazy colored hair. But everything they do, they go the opposite way. So he is bald. Instead of having a serious look, he kind of has like a stupid look in his face. He's no amazing detailed backstory about, family members being dead. Well, so far in episode 1, he doesn't have anything spectacular about his backstory. He's pretty much doing it as a hobby because he gets a kick out of it. So it kind of starts off where he's kind of like fighting this guy that reminds me of Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, and I believe he's called Vaccine Man. And Vaccine Man is going on about this big backstory because it's kind of like stereotypical of villains to go like and explain their plots and their backstories, and he just doesn't give a shit. So then, there's kind of like present tense and past tense, so it kind of have has kind of like flashbacks. So I know there's like right after that, pretty much it goes to Saitama while he has hair before he's become the One Punch Man. He looks completely different. He kind of like reminds me of Ichigo from Bleach a bit. He's kind of like the stereotypical, protagonist in this part. Then he comes across this kind of weird lobster that's wearing underpants and has human legs, which I find bizarre. But this little kid who has like balls for a chin, big ball chins. Uh, he drew nipples onto this lobster, so the lobster wanted to kill it. Saitama, instead of being like a good guy and wanted to defend this little ball chin kid, like I feel bad for like this kid so far, man. All the bullying that he must have to put up with these fucking balls for a chin. So he just didn't want the little kid to like be killed in front of him because he wouldn't be able to eat his dinner. So or he just feels sick about it in general. So he decides to like kick the shit out of the lobster, and obviously kicks its ass with one punch. I know that later on in the series, there's this kind of like superhero academy that's kind of set up a hero academy, and the reason why it's set up is because I think that kid that has the big bulge for a chin is a relation to this guy who obviously sets up this league for superheroes, and that's the one that Saitama eventually is going to join, but they don't know that he's, you know, the guy who actually the reason why this superhero academy has been created. And that's pretty much all I know besides episode 1 that I've heard from people. So as I said, I don't know too much. And after that incident with the lobster, I think he decided that he wanted to be the strongest hero or superhero or human. So he decides to do like 100 push-ups, sit-ups a day, and then he like has so much power he loses his hair, which is kind of hilarious. Like you got all these like power forms in Naruto, Dragon Ball Z with the Super Saiyan and all the different transformations in anime. But yeah, he loses his hair instead of gaining more hair the more powerful he gets, which is just absolutely making fun of different anime stereotypes in general. At certain points it's serious, but it's just kind of like making fun the whole time. So what happens after that is that these kind of like underground monsters or aliens decide to attack. I think they're called the Subterraneans, and they decide to attack. And then they tell Saitama that if they've destroyed 70% of the human population, and that they are able to, they have like destroyed most humans with one punch. And he laughingly says, "You have the same issue. Like everyone I hit, just one punch." He easily goes through all of them, and that's kind of like the main kind of points of episode 1. So pretty much it shows you that these kind of like horde of enemies that he absolutely just destroys. There's like a small scene where this brother who two brothers, and one of them was kind of like a scientist, and he injects his brother likes to work out to be like one of the strongest humans, and he becomes like a giant in Attack on Titan, and Saitama just destroys him with a punch as well. So pretty much they're showing you a big massive horde of enemies that Saitama can easily go through with one punch. Obviously it's called One Punch Man. So far I think it's a good 8 out of 10. definitely a good first episode. I found it funny. I found it entertaining. I found some of the people that he fought to be hilarious. Good character design. So that's pretty much what I think about One Punch Man episode one. I want to do episode two definitely in the next couple of days. I want to watch that one. I'm going to review it for you guys. But I think like I've only watched one episode, so maybe when I review all the episodes, I will do like an entire season one review. But so far, I'm really liking this anime. Let me know what you think, guys. What was your favorite scene? What do you think of episode one of One Punch Man and One Punch Man in general? Thanks. That was the review of One Punch Man episode one.